Alrighty, hello everyone. Good evening. Happy Tuesday. We are continuing with Kathy Rain, the first one, director's cut. I'm hoping 2 more sessions. We'll see. We'll see. Also see when I have to cut this one. I've been very tired lately. Um, Also, I'm so sorry I didn't get a stream last week. I got home from the gym and my hands and arms were in so much pain that I could not use my computer. So that was really fun. But I'm here. I'm back. Let's get in. Also, I realized what I was doing wrong last time. I'll tell you guys once I'm in. When I realized why I was stuck at the end. Alright. If I remember, so we are trying to get into a medical clinic, the community clinic, to talk to someone. I forget his name. And we have to use Goober to distract the nurse. And if you go in and you have him go in, he's an actor, so you have him go in and do one of his scenes from one of the movies he's in. And when you're watching it, it flops. And she says something about getting him to give an electrifying performance. And guess who has a stun gun? So there's one movie he was in where his character has seizures. I'm going to have to listen to all of his descriptions and make sure that I select the right one. So then I'm assuming while he is performing that, at that scene, I have to go up and I have to hit him with the stun gun. So let's talk to Goober.
Hey, doofus.
Oh, hi!
I had a few more questions.
Fire away!
Oh no, that wasn't what I wanted. Never mind.
Okay, that's enough
Right,
serious
I'm trying to talk
questions
to
for
Charles
now.
Wade, who is in the
Alrighty.
community clinic. Showbiz career.
So,
This is what I
tell
wanted.
me about this acting career of yours.
What about it?
I think it's the usual surprises.
Give me the rundown on the usual surprises.
A lighthearted comedy taking place during the surprise birthday party of 34-year-old Sid McBacon. The story is told from 8 different perspectives to keep the audience guessing who the protagonist actually is. The movie ends with the biggest surprise of them all. Sid suddenly dies
Yes,
of an
it's
epileptic seizure.
This one. Okay,
I guess it's more of a dark comedy.
Okay, so it's the usual surprises.
Oh, never mind.
Not the cultured type. I understand.
Okay, so I had to have him go in, give a
Hey,
live
how
performance.
about another show?
Sure. Any suggestions?
So I have to have him go in,
How about
do
the
the
usual
usual
surprises?
surprises.
Business as usual.
And I have to go in and watch him. Then I think I hit him with the stun gun. Oh, I feel so bad for doing this.
I can't believe you guys did all this for me. You know, what's that smell? Bacon? Oh, Bobby, my head hurts. I'm seizing.
Nurse, he's seizing! Oh, shit! Man, I feel like a total jackass. I'll have to make it up to the poor guy later.
Okay, let's use the computer. Because I need to figure out what room he's in. Oh, I don't know her password.
Employee of the Month, Carlita Mendez. Ugh, what a joke. It's that obnoxious nurse.
Files.
Rows and columns of files. Probably easier to use the computer if I need to do some digging.
Can I just go upstairs and find him that way?
No point. I wouldn't even know what
Nope.
room to go to.
Okay.
Smoking allowed. Guess this place is a bit behind on healthcare regulations.
Let's see.
No thanks. I have better things to do. A calendar from 1991. Guess they really liked that year. Was expecting plastic, but this looks like a real plant.
Oh, what could the computer login be? Oh, it's probably Carlita C. Mendez. Do I still have that? I do still have that boot drive. Hopefully I'm not soft locking myself. Extract admin password.
Crap. Looks like I have to figure out the username some other way.
Okay. Otorgador. Let me make a note of that. Med clinic computer. User don't know. Password is Otorgador. C. Mendez Otorgador. There we go. Charles Wade. Room
Gotcha.
6B. Referral. Okay. Charles Wade. Date of birth 8/14/1924. Date of death not applicable. 8/24/1995. Referral from Dr. A. Friedman, St. Francis Medical Center, Kansas City. Patient has undergone successful invasive heart surgery and was transferred to this facility at his own request. The initial prognosis looks good, and the patient is likely to make a full recovery in 6 to 8 weeks. Okay, room 6B. Okay. Alright, I've got his login information.
It's all right, Claude.
Understood, sir.
So, you managed to find me.
I did.
Well, let's get this over with then. How do you want your pictures? Shall I get some tubes to fill my face with? Will that suffice for your front page?
I'm no journalist. Well, not yet anyway.
She's but a cub. So, you're hoping for your big break. Surely this must be worth an internship at one of the big papers. Do you want me to call Thompson at the Times and get it over with? I still play golf with him every once in a while.
The music for this, the soundtrack for this game is actually really nice.
That's not what this is about. It's personal.
Sounds serious. Perhaps I should ask Claude to produce his gun.
You know, Charles, the person most likely to be harmed by a gun tends to be its owner.
Very true. That's something that Japs who captured me
Oh
learned the hard way.
boy.
Did my grandfather bail you out then too, or was that one of the few times where he didn't save your sorry ass?
Hold on there. Explain yourself.
You're willing to listen to something other than your own voice? I'm stunned. I'm Kathy Rain. Joseph was my grandfather.
Now I remember. You were at the funeral.
I was.
You were late.
I needed my morning smoke. Besides, it's not like Grandpa was going anywhere.
Oh, just look at her, Claude. She's absolutely fearless. That's Joseph's blood running through her veins.
She certainly has a smart mouth, sir.
I must say, you have me intrigued, Kathy. What can this old man help you with?
Okay, let's ask first about Cocky.
Do you
the call
recognize
sign.
the call sign Cocky?
Would be strange if I didn't, since I was the one who coined it. It belongs to a fellow named Jimmy Cochran. He was a coward, really. The nickname is somewhat of a bad joke.
I've heard this is
Perfect.
how you get
Thanks.
your call signs. Okay, Jimmy Cochran.
Tell me about Jimmy Cochran. Is he still alive?
In a literal sense. He's been held in a mental institution for years.
Oh boy.
Let me guess. Since 81?
Either 82 or 83. I'm fairly certain it was early 83.
Do you remember the name of the institution?
Something starting with an E. Emerson, Everton, or similar.
Ingstrom? Ingstrom Psychiatric Hospital?
Yes, that's the one. You know the place, Kathy.
Oh, it's all
I do.
truth.
My mother is in there. Sharon Evans? I had her committed about a year ago.
I see. It must have taken a lot of courage to do that, Kathy. Mothers have a lot of power over us. More than most of us care to admit.
I guess so. Do you know why Jimmy ended up in there?
Some obsessive-compulsive syndrome. He became fixated with circles and started hurting himself, trying to scratch the circles out of his head.
Creepy. I wonder what set him off. I think I'll check the place out tomorrow. Too late to head back to the city now. Do you know anything about what happened to my grandfather in 81?
I wish I did, Kathy. You must know I did everything in my power to help. How do you think Mary Elizabeth could afford all that expensive treatment? MRIs, neurologists, say what you will about Joseph. But he was never rich.
Strange. Grandma never mentioned that to me.
She's just too proud. At first she refused. She was convinced that I had an agenda, that there were strings attached.
And were there?
Don't be silly. Despite all that had happened, I still loved Joseph dearly. I wanted to help. People from places like this have a deeply rooted mistrust in the rich, passed on for generations. In her eyes, I had become one of them.
So that's all you know about the whole affair?
Are you implying that there's more to know? I left the diagnosis to the professionals. Mrs. Rain accepted the health care, but asked me to stay out of everything else. So I did.
I see. What can you tell me about your friendship with Grandpa?
Joseph was the best friend I ever had. We grew up together, married our high school sweethearts together, went to war together. I can't even begin to count the number of times he's saved my life. I repaid the favor once or twice, but he came up ahead, no doubt.
So, when did you two lose touch? I heard that something happened between you and him. What was it?
The truth is, Brian Rain happened. Sharon Evans happened.
My parents?
Yes, they ruined everything with their vile, destructive behavior. I couldn't have that around my daughter or my newborn grandson. Joseph was naive. He believed that anyone could be helped, that anyone could be reasoned with, given a chance. He was just too good, bless him. He should have been harder on Brian, more strict.
Ooh, should I agree with him about tough love, tell him Grandpa is not to be blamed, or say nothing? I think I'm gonna agree with him about tough love.
I wouldn't mind teaching my old man some manners myself, wherever he is.
Yes, of course. You must understand this better than anyone. People like your father simply cannot grasp how far their bad influence spreads. So our family started drifting apart. Eventually my company grew much too large for this little town, and we moved on. Not long after that, your grandfather ended up in that wheelchair. That marked the end of our friendship, for obvious reasons.
Okay, what about
You
Lily
bought a number of
Myers?
paintings by Lily Myers. Why?
I'm known to dabble in art from time to time. Martha, my wife at the time, was enamored with the paintings. I believe she first saw them at the high school which the Myers girl attended. Anyway, after the poor girl killed herself, I bought the paintings speculatively. When a young artist with any talent to speak of commits suicide, it can be a wet dream of certain connoisseurs. Shortly after procuring the art, I had it valued by an expert who determined that the value was 3 times the amount I bought it for. Today, I'm sure I would have made my money back tenfold or more if it wasn't for the art theft.
What art theft?
There was a burglary at the mansion I used to own here in town. It was all over the local news at the time.
Well, shit.
Eloquently put.
Okay,
Can
Lily
you tell
Myers
me about the art
stole
theft?
it.
Well, somebody broke in, stole the paintings, and got out. Fairly clumsy job. Lots of broken windows. The strangest thing was that I had a Monet, a Rembrandt, and 2 paintings by Picasso, untouched. But every single painting by an unknown local artist, gone.
Ooh.
That can't be a coincidence.
Agreed. Somebody wanted those paintings badly.
I assume there was an investigation.
Yes, Sheriff Truman came by with his deputy a few hours later, but they didn't have much luck. They found a few hairs, which turned out to be from Ruffles, the family dog.
Some stunning police work right there.
Indeed. There was a single witness, though, who said he could make out multiple burglars leaving the scene of the crime, but nothing more than that.
So, I take it the case was closed?
Yes. I honestly didn't care much one way or the other, given the fact that my most expensive pieces were safe and sound.
I think I'll have a chat with the sheriff about the matter, if that's okay with you.
Certainly. I'll call ahead and instruct him to give you everything you need.
That'd be great. Thanks, Charles.
Anytime. But I'm curious, what's your interest in the paintings?
I've learned that my grandfather went to Sue and asked to see them, right before he had his injury.
Is that so? Strange.
Okay, and now let's ask about the church.
What can you tell me about the Church of the Holy
creepy
Trinity?
church.
They seem like any other church to me. But then again, I'm not their usual clientele. Weddings, baptisms, and funerals are just about what I can muster. And I always leave early.
The weirdo in the glasses is this guy's bodyguard. Because this guy is super duper wealthy. Okay, looks like that's everything.
Do you recognize this, Charles?
Of course. Your grandfather, me, Jimmy Cochran, taken shortly before we went to the war.
You guys look like you just won the lottery or something.
Indeed. We were mere children, with no concept of what we were getting into.
I don't need to show him that. Do you know what this key opens?
You must be truly desperate if you ask random people a question like that.
I gotta know, man.
I don't need to show him that.
How about
What do you
this?
see in this picture, Charles?
Fireflies would be my best guess. They can grow terribly large around these parts.
Sure, massive fireflies.
I don't need to show him that. Do you know what this is?
A flower? Why don't you consult a botanist instead of bothering me with this nonsense?
Alright, I guess that's all to talk about
Thanks,
with
Charles.
him.
That's all I need for now.
You're welcome, Kathy. Come back anytime.
Just some boring landscape paintings. Just some boring landscape paintings. Looks like Wade brought some of his old tombs with him. That guy is huge. I wonder how many cows he eats per day.
Same. Okay. Okay, actually... Yeah, I'll see if I can use the phone in this guy's room. And then just call the Air Force. Or the Army base. Whichever... I think it's an Air Force base, yeah.
A private phone. Wade must get special privileges here.
Never mind, can't use it. Okay. Because I should call the military base and ask for information they have on Jimmy Cochran.
Yep, it's full of trash. Figure that.
Ooh. I think I'm gonna go to the nature reserve first. Oh, there's a shovel.
Well, this is it. This is where the picture was taken. I'm not sure what I expected to find here. I need to clear my head. What the?
Why, hello there. You have laid eyes on this dapper fellow once before, haven't you?
Ooh, creepy.
I don't think so, Mr. Clean. Unless seeing your face on a bottle of detergent counts.
Always the joker, aren't you, Kathy?
Who are you? How do you know my name?
Too bad the shovel is on the
It
other
is my
side of this guy.
calling to know people like you, those shackled by their past, yet yearning for change.
I feel strange. Am I dreaming?
It's the mending. I will try to facilitate.
You're not real. I'm lying asleep in my bed right now.
Focus, Kathy. Listen to the drowned girl.
Oh.
You mean Lily? What about her?
She's the one who slipped away, filled with secrets. While she may be free in death, her cold, wet hands still trap many in painful ignorance.
What is this, Woodstock Poetry Slam? Mind speaking like a normal person?
I knew you wouldn't disappoint. I'm glad, given how much trouble I went through to be here. You see, my name was taken from me, so I claimed a color in its stead. The next time we meet, you'll know the exact hue of red. You're on the right path, Kathy. Follow your grandfather, and everything will work out in the end.
Wait, what? How did I get here? Am I going crazy? Am I turning into Mom?
Oh. Okay, let's call the military base. Yeah, that guy's creepy. I don't like his eyes are black. I kinda want your first base.
McConnell Air Force Base, how can I help you?
Hi. I was just wondering if you had time to answer a few questions.
Sure thing, ma'am. Ask away.
Jimmy Cochran.
Do you know anything about a pilot named Jimmy Cochran? He was assigned to your base during World War II. Maybe even longer?
Hold on, let me check. Yes, Jimmy Cochran, fighter pilot born 1922, tour of duty in Japan from 41 to 42, honorably discharged for health reasons. Spent some time as a civilian pilot elsewhere in the U.S. until he returned to the flight academy here in the capacity of a teacher. Mr. Cochran was the major proponent of opening up the academy to civilian students. He continued teaching at this base until a sudden resignation in 1983 for unspecified reasons.
All right, thanks. I don't see a reason to ask him about that.
I don't need to ask him about that.
All right, that's all.
Goodbye, ma'am.
Okay. Let's go talk to Grandma and see if she has anything to say about Jimmy Cochran.
Oh, hello, dear. Glad to see you again.
I
so
love my
soon.
grandma.
Hi, Grandma. I just thought I'd drop by.
Sure, hon. Stay as long as you'd like.
Oh, what a sweet old lady.
There are a few things I need to ask you, Grandma.
Very well, dear.
Do you know who Jimmy Cochran is? He was a friend of Grandpa's.
I believe he teaches at the flight school these days.
I don't think so, at least not anymore. I was told he was placed in a mental facility.
Really? He always struck me as a kind man. Maybe a bit nervous and on edge, but not crazy.
There's more. I found out that Jimmy asked Grandpa for help not long before Grandpa ended up in that wheelchair. Jimmy sounded really desperate. I'm sure what happened to Grandpa that night had something to do with his cry for help.
You should go find the man then. Surely he must know something.
That's the plan. I just wondered if there's anything else you think I should know about him.
Not really. We haven't stayed in touch since Joseph was injured. I know that he had a wife, Agatha, and a son, James. Agatha passed away from cancer years ago, but as far as I know, James still lives in the city with his family.
Okay, thanks, Grandma. I don't see a reason to ask her about that.
Okay, just checking. You never know what you need to,
What do you see in this picture, Grandma?
I have no idea, but it's quite an eerie display. What is it?
I'm trying to figure that out. I found the picture hidden in the attic.
Oh, come to think of it, the trees do look similar to the ones in Conwell Woods.
Yeah, it was taken somewhere in that area. I found out that the flower in the picture matches a rare local species.
Aren't you clever? Do let me know if you come across anything else.
Do you know anything about this flower, Grandma?
I can't say that I do. I remember seeing it growing in the woods, but I didn't think much of it at the time.
I don't want to show her that.
Okay, I've shown her the photo of the soldiers. Well, I've shown her the small key, I'm pretty sure. I'm not showing her the pack of cigarettes. Okay, I
Bye,
think
Grandma.
that's all I
I'll be
need to
back
talk
later.
to you about Grandma
So
right
long.
now. Okay. let's go to the sheriff's office. Or should we go to the church first? I'm gonna go to the sheriff's station first. Okay, I'm gonna talk to Lenny first.
Hey, Lenny.
Hello, Kathy. What's up?
Do you know who Jimmy Cochran is?
Not really, Kathy. Sorry.
Nah, I don't want to ask him about that. What's your opinion on the Church of the Holy Trinity?
I think it's a nice enough church. Why?
I don't know. The priest seemed odd. Kinda pushy.
Yeah, I get your point. But I know the guy. He's harmless.
Just like a
If you
priest
say
to be
so.
pushy, though, right? Restore picture.
Do you know what this is?
I have no idea. Looks creepy, whatever it is. Where did you get it?
Grandpa had it hidden away in the attic.
Probably for a good reason, then. Be careful out there.
Okay, and then...
I don't want to show him that. Hey, Lenny, do you
I don't want to
recognize
show
this
anyone the
flower?
map!
Yeah, I accidentally inhaled pollen from one of them when I was a kid. I remember being sick and delirious for days.
Scary. Where did you come across this flower?
Somewhere in Conwell Woods. Not sure where exactly.
All right.
Alright.
I probably shouldn't. He might ask where I got it from.
Oh yeah, I got that from an evidence locker. Okay. I think that's all I
Well,
need to
gotta
ask
go.
him about.
See ya.
Oh, this poor plant. It has had so much coffee dumped on it. Okay. Time to go talk to the sheriff.
Hello, Sheriff. Mind if I ask you a few more questions?
If you must.
Do you know who Jimmy Cochran is?
Nope.
Do you know anything about the art theft in the Wade estate?
Yes, Mr. Wade phoned ahead about that. Lenny,
Yes, boss.
get the report from the burglary in the Wade estate back in '86.
On it, boss. There you go, Kathy.
Thanks, buddy.
Okay. I wanted to talk to you about the Church of the Holy Trinity, though, and also show you the picture.
Hello, Sheriff. Mind if I ask you... What's your opinion on the Church of the Holy Trinity?
It's a fine church. I go there myself every Sunday.
Okay.
Do you know what this is?
Ah, it's just some kids playing pranks with flashlights.
And Botany book expert.
Do you
Except-
recognize this flower?
Matter of fact, I do. It's a local endangered plant with mild narcotic properties.
Yeah? Have you come across any users in the area?
Sure, but it's a bit tricky to do anything about it. Using it as a substance is technically legal.
Ah, so the illegal part is picking it in the first place.
Yes, knowingly picking the flower is a crime, according to the Endangered Species Act of 1973.
Gotcha, thanks.
Okay.
I'll hang on to it for now. That's all for now.
Good.
Alright, let's see what this says. 3/11/1986, 1:12 a.m. The alarm in the Wade estate is triggered. The house is empty at the time, and the neighbors contact law enforcement. 3/11/1986, 2:04 a.m. Officers arrive at the scene. Several broken windows can be observed. A sweep of the estate and surrounding premises reveals no trace of the perpetrators. 3/12/86, 2:20 a.m. A single witness, identified as Franklin Goldfarb, reports seeing multiple burglars relieving the scene of the crime. 4/12/1986, 12:15 p.m. Charles Wade arrives in Conwell Springs to make an official statement. After examining the house, he reports that paintings with an excess value of $15,000 have been stolen. 4/26/1986, 2 p.m. The art in question has not yet popped up in any circles that are known to deal with stolen goods, terminating investigation due to lack of leads.
Oh,
I gotta find this Goldfarb guy. Maybe he knows more about the burglary. Hello, Sheriff. Does the name Franklin Goldfarb mean anything to you?
Never heard of him. Anything else?
Nope, that's all for now.
Good.
Alright, let's go talk to Lenny.
Hey, Lenny.
Hello, Kathy. What's up?
Does the name Franklin Goldfarb mean anything to you?
Sounds familiar, but I can't place him.
Well, gotta go.
See ya.
Alright, let's see. Let's go... Let's go back to the house and ask Grandma about Goldfarb. And maybe check the phone book. I might check the phone book first.
No Goldfarb in here. Maybe he moved? I should ask around and see if anyone knows him. Nope, couldn't find it. No result for that.
Oh, Church of the Holy Trinity isn't in the yellow pages? Okay. That's a little suspicious. What do you think?
Oh, hello.
There are...
Very well.
Does the name Franklin Goldfarb mean anything to you?
Oh, that poor man. He used to be an upstanding citizen, you know. Now he's constantly drinking and keeps babbling on about that imaginary acting career of his.
Sad thing. Do you know where I can find him?
He's homeless, dear.
That's who he
Lost
is.
his job a few years ago and never really got back on his feet.
Alright,
Okay,
it's Goober.
now I know who you're talking about. Thanks, Grandma.
It's
Looks
Goober.
like I'm gonna have to have a chat with Goober. Well,
Let's
gotta
go
Gramps.
find
Talk to you
Goober.
later.
Bye, Kathy.
Alright, to the clinic. Clinic.
I need a word, Miss Mendez.
Wait, how do you know my name?
It's written on that board behind you, genius.
You have the eyesight of a bald eagle or something?
What can I say? I'm a freak of nature. What happened to Goober, anyway?
Who?
The guy who had the seizure?
Oh, he ran off somewhere. Kept babbling about a religious near-death experience.
Okay, thanks.
Okay. Religious near-death experience. So does that mean he's at the church? It must mean he's at the church. Where else would he be? Or he might be at the cemetery. That's where he might be. Let's check the cemetery before we check the creepy church. not here. Alright, to the church. To the creepy, creepy church. Oh, maybe he's not here.
Hello, Father.
Greetings, my child. I'm glad you decided to come here.
Yeah, but just so you know, I'm not here to join your church or anything.
Oh, I would never assume that.
Good. So, with that out of the way, I have some questions.
Anything you need. I'm Isaac Price.
Kathy Rain, but I'm guessing you figured that out already.
I did. Rumors spread quickly around here. So how can I be of service?
Do you know anything about what happened to my grandfather in '81?
It was the work of the devil, I'll say that much. Joseph was a kind man. He did not deserve such a fate. You heard my speech at the funeral, Kathy. I meant every word. He was a great man who did much good for this community.
Did you know him personally?
In a way, he and my father did charity work together. Joseph was around a lot when I was young. They collaborated on a few different projects for the homeless and for the troubled youth, among other things.
So my grandfather was a member of the church?
I wouldn't say that, no. He was a friend of the church, but he wasn't a religious man. He believed only in philanthropy. That being said, Joseph was the person who convinced me to become a priest.
Really?
Oh, yes. I was a teenager back then. Full of rebellion, every fiber of my being wanting to distance myself from my father. Joseph made me realize my sinful pride and showed me how I should follow my heart, regardless of what others might think. And for that, I'm eternally grateful.
Does the name Lily Myers mean anything to you?
It does. Before I was ordained, I was a substitute teacher in her high school.
Really? Did you know her personally?
We weren't close. I only knew her as much as a teacher would know any student.
Alright, so how did she seem toward the end?
For one, she started skipping school a lot. And when she did show up, she was absent-minded and moody. She always looked depressed and hunched down like she had the whole world on her shoulders.
Any idea of what caused this change?
Not a clue. All I know is, when she returned from that last summer break, she was a whole different person.
Do you know who Jimmy Cochran is?
I don't recognize that name, no.
Do you know anything about an art theft at the Wade estate in the '80s?
I have just a vague memory of reading about it in the paper.
Do you know who Franklin Goldfarb is?
I'm afraid not, my child.
Care to tell me the history of the church?
I'd be happy to. The story is a fascinating one. This church was founded by my father, William T. Price, in the 70s. Back then, he made his living as a traveling salesman and was driving through this area as he had done so many times before. However, this day was different. My father held dark thoughts in his mind. He was angry, thinking of evil deeds, even considering swerving off the road into a rock and ending it all.
Oh, it's the three round lights.
Divine
Three
intervention.
blue lights.
3 bright lights appeared. The Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. The sign of God. This epiphany was the moment my father had been waiting for. He sold all of his belongings and took me and my brother to live with him here in Conwell Springs. Soon thereafter, he built this church and started gathering followers. They began to refer to him as Father Bill.
I take it that window up there resembles what he saw when he had this epiphany?
Indeed. The stained glass window depicts the Holy Trinity as witnessed by my father.
Do you know exactly when or where this event took place?
Why do you ask?
Oh, just curious. It's a captivating story.
Well, it was the spring of 1971, but my father never told anyone where.
Okay, so what happened then?
People flocked to Father Bill. He started teaching, writing scripture. The church flourished and continued to grow all the way up until his sudden death in 1983. That's when I stepped in to take leadership of the church.
I take it that the church started declining after the death of Father Bill?
Yes, naturally so. With such a magnetic personality, he was irreplaceable. But I assure you, the church is still very much thriving.
Looks kind of empty to me.
It's not really our peak hours.
What's up with you handing out pamphlets at funerals then? Trying to reel people in at a weak moment?
I'm going to assume you meant no disrespect, child. I'm simply providing divine guidance when it's needed the most.
I could, but I think I have more to gain from a subtle strategy. I'll keep it to myself for now, until I know more about this church. Father, do you know anything about this flower?
No, my child, nothing at all.
That doesn't sound suspicious.
I don't need to show him that. I don't need to show him that. Do you know what this key opens?
I'm afraid not, my child.
Do you recognize the men in this picture, Isaac?
Only your grandfather. And that's just because I was given a similar picture at the service the other day.
Okay, I think
That's
I'm
all
done
I need
with
for
the
now, Father.
May the Lord shine his light on you.
There's Goober.
Hello again, Goober.
You again? Are you stalking me, girl? You pop up everywhere I go. I'll try to tone down the charm, but I can't promise anything.
Huh, yeah, you're quite the charmer.
I know. I just said that, man.
Listen, I feel kind of bad about the electrocution.
Oh, that's what it was. What a cherry on top of my stellar performance.
Yeah, it was pretty convincing.
So what brings you to the house of God? Come to repent?
I'm afraid that ship has long since sailed, buddy. I had a few things I wanted to ask you about, though.
Shoot, Missy!
I don't need to ask him about that. I should probably confront him directly about him being a witness. Your real name is Franklin Goldfarb, right?
Oh, nobody calls me that.
Regardless, I know for a fact that you were a witness to a burglary a few years back at the Wade estate.
Yeah, what about it?
Why don't you tell me what you saw exactly?
I heard the alarm go off, glass breaking, then I saw 3 guys running away, carrying a bunch of stuff.
What did they look like?
It was dark, I don't know, they were definitely 3 big, bulky guys. They
what?
Oh, nothing, that's it. Didn't see anything else.
Bullshit. Spit it out.
Well, one of those guys dropped his ring when running away. I sort of pawned it.
A ring? What kind of ring?
Platinum with an inscription. 2 letters. B... something. Man, I don't remember. My photographic memory stopped working in 1979.
Which pawn shop was that?
Pete's Pawning and Plumbing. It closed down a long time ago, though. Owner left town. There's a coffee shop back there now.
Too bad. Guess that's a dead end. Thanks anyway. Didn't I see 2 letters fitting that description recently? Not on a building. It was something small. Do you know what this is?
Chinese fireworks, of course. I grew up in Shanghai. I know what I'm talking about. They used to call me Dong Pai, meaning round-eyed baldy. Those were some rough years. I miss the food, not to mention the women. Got 2 kids down there now, Maylin and little Ping.
Time to hit the off switch now, buddy. Do you know anything about this flower?
It's red?
Enlightening.
Okay, let's see here.
I already asked him about that. I should look into the ring with a B followed by another letter. Didn't I see 2 letters fitting that description recently? Not on a building. It was something small. Did the inscription on the ring look anything like this?
Oh no.
Wow, actually exactly like that.
Any idea what BH stands for?
Beehive? Bet high? Big head?
I'm pretty sure that lighter is from my father. Oh no.
Okay, that's all for now.
See ya!
Hello, Isaac.
I'm all ears, my child.
Do you know what BH means? It's inscribed on this lighter.
I'm sorry, but no.
Okay, never mind then.
That's all I need for now, Father.
May the Lord shine his light on you.
It's an altar. You know, the place where they put the sacrificed goats, kids, and other crap. I really shouldn't. They might burn.
Alright, let's see if we can go in these doors.
Locked.
Okay, what about this door?
Locked.
Okay, also locked. Okay.
Impressive window. There's no doubt about it. Those are the smoky lights.
Okay. Talk to Goober, talk to Isaac. Alright, time to go see Charles Wade again. Ask him about the BH on the lighter.
I had some more questions, Charles.
I'm listening.
Do you recognize the acronym BH? It's on my father's lighter.
My guess would be the Black Hats, a local biker gang. Your father was a member.
Of course. That makes sense. Thanks.
Alright,
What
let's
can you
find
tell
out
me
about the
the
Black Hats.
Not much. They used to stir up all sorts of trouble, but Truman kept them in check.
What about now? Are they still active?
I believe they are. Given the incompetence of Sheriff Boyks, I'm sure they're having a field day out there.
Do you know where I can find them?
Not exactly. They have a clubhouse somewhere outside of town, but that's all I know.
Thanks, Charles. That's all I need for now.
You're welcome, Kathy. Come back anytime.
Can
I don't
ask
have anything
her?
else to say to her.
Okay, that's what I figured. I just wanted to double check and make sure. Alright, let's go Let's go. Where should we go? Probably back to the church? And then to Grandma's? To talk about the... I guess I could go to the sheriff's office too to talk about the black cats.
Hello, Isaac.
I'm
What do you know about the Black Hats?
only that they aren't the menace everyone makes them out to be. Some of them have come to me in confidence, wanting to change. Some did in the end. Some didn't. I believe that the greatest gift of all is being able to reveal the inner goodness we are all capable of. Your father was one of those men, wanting to change. As I am bound by the seal of confession, I cannot divulge much, even to you. But I will say this. He was terribly torn, and felt like the whole world was conspiring against him.
I'm sure he had great reasons for abandoning a 6-year-old. You're making excuses for a monster.
I'm unable to say more, but I hope you will find it in your heart to forgive him one day.
I have a good memory. Don't get your hopes up.
I'll pray for you. Hate devours and controls us all. Only by turning away from it can we ever be free.
Okay.
That's all I need for now, Father.
May the Lord shine his light on you.
Then time to talk to Goober again. Ask him
Hi,
about
Goober.
the black hats.
Mind if we talk?
Shoot!
I
Black
don't need to
hats.
ask him about...
Okay, never mind.
Okay, that's all for now.
See ya!
I want to see what Grandma says about the black hats first.
Oh, hello.
There are a few things...
Very well.
What can you tell me about the Black Hats?
I refuse to talk about those hoodlums. They turned your father into a horrible person. You should stay far away from them, Kathy. They're awful people, just awful.
Okay.
Bye, Grandma. I'll be back later.
So long.
Oh, I love that contrast of they're awful people. So long.
Looks like the rain finally stopped.
Alright, back to the sheriff's office now. I just want to see what Grandma would say. Let's talk to Lenny about the black hats first.
Hey, Lenny.
Hello, Kathy. What's up?
What can you tell me about the Black Hats?
They've caused us trouble from time to time, but they've been kind of quiet lately. We put a few of their captains in the slammer over the years, but we never managed to find enough dirt on their leader. Bo Brunson. Big Bo.
Do you know where I can find them?
Yeah, hold on. Let me just find a map.
Got it. Thanks. Well, gotta go.
See ya.
Alright, time to go see the black hats. This will be fun. I'm sure nothing could possibly go wrong here.
Sweet butt incoming!
Like hell I am. I'm nobody's property.
You sure? Doesn't she look like a sweet butt? I think she does.
Step off, creep.
Or what?
You tell your daddy on me?
Or you'll be scraping your balls off the floor, you fucking pig.
Oh, I love it when they play hard to get.
Let go of me! God.
What the hell's going on out here?
Nothing, Prez. Just having a bit of fun with this gash here.
I suggest you leash that dog of yours.
For fuck's sake, Prospect, not again. Get the hell out of here.
Sorry, boss. I'll go.
He'll be disciplined for that.
He better be. I take it you're Bo?
I am. And who are you, darling?
Kathy Rain.
Bullshit. She lives in the city with her deranged mother. Who are you, really? Did the Vandals send you?
No, they didn't. I am Kathy Rain.
Prove it, then.
Well, I would, but I left my ID back home.
That's convenient. I think I've wasted enough time with you.
I need to figure out some proof. My trusty Zippo, running a bit low on fuel. There's a crude inscription, BH, which refers to the Black Hats. Grandpa in uniform with 2 other men. Something is handwritten on the back.
Wait, why am I writing my...
Air Force Base, 1941.
Having to zap someone is never not fun, yeah. Why am I driving my motorcycle if I don't have my ID on me?
It's a small key, fairly modern design. No identifying tag, unfortunately. I need to show him some kind of proof of who I am. This proof enough for you?
I'll be damned. That's Brian's lighter, all right. Sorry about the paranoia. We've had some problems with the Vandals lately.
I get it. Can't be too careful.
So, that's your ride out there. Corley Motors, right? 78?
76.
You got the same taste as your old man. He always rode Corleys.
Probably the only thing he and I have in common.
Did you set up those mods yourself? Looks custom made for your, small frame.
Yeah, took some time to get the measurements right.
I imagine so. Girls like you don't often ride heavy bikes.
I'm not most girls.
Ain't that the truth? Most girls don't just waltz into places like this either.
I guess you'd know. Anyway, I had some questions for you in the club.
Go ahead, then. Your old man was a good brother, so I'll indulge you for now.
Do you know anything about what happened to Joseph Rain in 1981?
No, we had our differences, me and him, but that's a horrible fate for a man. I'd rather be dead than a vegetable.
So I take it you and him didn't get along.
No, I could write a book about that man. On one page I'd praise him, on the next I'd want to smash his skull in. He could be a real self-righteous prick when he wanted to, that's for sure. But everyone knew he was the real law around here. Truman was a fool. I respected Joseph, and he respected me, but he hated how Brian looked up to me. Joseph always blamed the club for the path Brian chose in life, even though it was just due to him being a shitty father.
You seriously thought Grandpa was a bad parent?
Everybody knew about it. People just tend to forget the bad qualities of men in wheelchairs. Joseph wasn't a saint. He saw everything in black and white. He was only kind to whomever he considered to be good by his narrow moral standards. The ones who wouldn't fit in that small mold didn't get any chances. None whatsoever.
Do you know anything about Lily Myers?
Nothing that anyone else around here couldn't tell you.
Do you know who Jimmy Cochran is?
No.
Tell me, how long have you been the president of this club?
15 years now, give or take. VP for 10 before that.
Good. Then you can tell me why you stole Lily Meyer's paintings from Charles Wade in '86.
I don't know what the hell you're talking about, but I'd recommend you be careful with wild accusations like that.
Oh.
Oh, cut the bullcrap. I know it was you. I did some digging and found evidence pointing to the club.
Is that so? Better be a good girl and present it to the sheriff, then.
I couldn't care less about ratting you out, Bo. I just need to know what you did with the art.
I have no intention of discussing your delusions as if they were facts, girl. Don't make me tell you again.
What can you tell me about the Church of the Holy Trinity?
Do I look like a pious man to you? I've peed on churches.
What can you tell me about the Black Hats?
Black Hats MC was founded in the 60s by my old man, my uncle, and 2 other local bikers. Conwell Springs is the mother chapter, and we have support clubs in 6 other locations across 3 states. There's a total of 16 members here, 12 patch, 4 prospects. I'm the acting president of this chapter as well as of the whole club. Have been for more than 15 years.
The law give you any trouble?
It used to be tough when your granddad was around. He and Truman ran a tight ship.
And now?
Now they try, but Boyks and the boy are a nuisance at best.
Do you know what this is?
Whoa.
What? Do you recognize that?
I saw one of those with my own eyes a few years ago.
Really? Where?
Middle of the woods, the road to the city. Those things came from nowhere and gave me this crazy headache right on the plate in my head. At the time, I thought it was just a nasty case of migraine.
You have a plate in your head?
Yeah, titanium from a shrapnel wound I got in Nam.
I see. Titanium isn't the least bit magnetic, is it?
How the hell should I know? I'm no scientist.
Do you remember where exactly on the road it happened?
No. Like I said, I dismissed it as a migraine. Didn't pay too much attention as to where I was.
Fair enough.
And then flower.
Do you know anything about this flower, Bo?
Do I look like a florist to you?
Yeah, a little bit.
Crack me up, girl.
I don't need to show him that. I don't need to show him that. Hey, Bo, any idea of what this key opens?
You ask weird questions, you know that?
I gotta figure out what this key opens, man.
I don't need to show him that.
Okay, that's all.
All right, I'm gonna hit the road.
Right on. I have some business to take care of, but make yourself at home.
Thanks, Bo. See you around.
I think I'll maybe see if I can talk to the bartender.
Hey, Brian's girl.
Oh, okay.
Yeah?
I overheard you. I'm Emmett.
Hey.
The boss man isn't usually that grumpy. He's got a lot on his mind. But I think I may know of a way to loosen him up.
I'm all ears, buddy.
Well, Bo and Brian are the double Bs, as we used to call them. They used to have this drink together. Brian came up with it. He called it a Bloodier Mary.
Sounds like my kind of drink.
Yeah, it's basically a Bloody Mary, but with pig blood instead of tomato juice.
I take that back. Gross.
I'm kidding. It's just a Bloody Mary, but with a special ingredient added to it.
If you say that special ingredient is blood, I will literally punch you.
No. Brian refused to tell anyone what it was.
It's
he
flour,
only made
isn't
it for special occasions.
I bet it's
It's
flour.
probably something uncommon, like a rare herb or some kind of expensive spice.
So let me guess. If I can produce this drink for Bo, you think he would help me out?
It'll make him remember Brian, which should go a long way. He hasn't had that drink since your old man disappeared. Brian was like a son to him. The boss would have died for him back in the day. If you could recall the good times with your father, he might change his mind.
I guess it could be worth a try. But wait, why are you helping me?
You're Brian's kid. That means you're family. We take care of family.
Well, how was that drink compared with a regular Bloody Mary?
Tasted a bit more like pepper and had a punch to it. It usually gave some pretty nasty hangovers. Oh, if you had a lot of them, you'd hallucinate some crazy
Yeah,
shit.
it's a flower.
Pretty wild.
Trippy. Thanks.
You're welcome, darling.
Hey, bartender, do you happen to know how to make a Bloodier Mary?
You mean a Bloody Mary?
No, this is something different.
Afraid not. I can make your regular Bloody Mary, though, if you want.
Maybe later. I need to figure something out.
All right, then.
Impressive bar. These guys like to drink. Various pictures and mugshots of the club members. Some of them look pretty old. This club must have been around for a while. I used to be a bit of a pool shark. Been a while, though. A member of this motorcycle club. A member of this motorcycle club. I'd rather just talk to their leader.
Okay, let's go to the jukebox. Wonder if I can actually change the music on the jukebox.
100% country music. Be still, my heart. Whew, out of order. My ears are safe. My father's in one of these photos. I'm barely resisting the urge to rip it to shreds.
It's probably the flower, isn't it?
Here's an interesting segment. Another interesting trait of the red scythe is the smell, which is familiar to that of a pepper. The pollen of the plant has also been known to cause hallucinations in concentrated amounts. Native American tribes harvested and smoked the plant for that reason, but the flower never caught on as a modern recreational drug due to the difficulty of growing it.
Yeah, that's how you make a Bloodier Mary.
Hey, Emmett.
Yeah?
Remind me again, what's the difference between a Bloodier Mary and a regular Bloody Mary?
Tasted a bit like pepper and had a lot more punch. Gave some pretty nasty hangovers. And if you drank a bunch of them, you'd hallucinate some crazy shit.
Alright, thanks.
Anytime.
Yeah, so it's the flower.
A printed picture of the strange smoky lights. It appears to have been taken somewhere in Conwell Woods.
Do I have to go back to the woods?
I feel strange just looking at them.
Do I have to go back to the woods again? I'll try that. Oh, when do I get to change my bike out? I'm gonna go back to the nature reserve, because that's where the flower is.
Hello? Creepy bald guy. Guess no one's home. That wasn't here before. Hey, is this shovel taken? Good enough for me. Sorry, endangered flower, but I really need to make a drink.
Oh, I'm taking the whole flower. Okay. Let me look at this shrine. Ooh, red man.
A bald man dressed in red. Oh, creepy.
Literally just called red man. Okay.
Handy little shovel. I can dig it.
Haha, I can dig it. Alright, got the flour. Back to the bar. Alright, let's talk to Emmett first, I guess?
Hey, Emmett.
Yeah?
Taste,
and if you...
All right, thanks.
Anytime.
Hey, bartender. Do you happen to know how to make a Bloodier Mary?
You mean a Bloody Mary?
No,
Afraid not.
maybe later.
All right, then.
Hey, Bo. I have some more questions.
I'm listening.
How do I...
All right, I'm gonna hit the road.
Ride safe.
I should give it to the bartender instead.
Ah, give it to the bartender.
I'd like a Bloody Mary.
Coming right up.
Oh, and add this, will you? Just something I like for flavor. Put it in a blender.
Whatever you say.
Oh, I hope he doesn't put too
One
much
Bloody
in the
Mary.
flour.
Enjoy.
Thanks, buddy.
The club will cover that, Jose.
Sure thing, VP.
Thanks again, Emmett.
You got it.
Hey, Bo. I've got something for you.
I recognize that smell. You found your dad's recipe.
Something like that.
Man, is this a trip down memory lane? I keep expecting Brian to walk in here any second. You know, all this nostalgia is making me remember how much I really owe your old man.
Yeah?
Yeah, so here's the deal. In '86, Carl, my VP at the time, came to me and said he had a job lined up for the club. Some guy had offered him good dough for stealing a bunch of paintings from a mansion. He needed 2 brothers for the job. I was busy with other things at the time, so I gave my permission as long as the club got the usual cut. He returned a week later with a nice wad of cash. I didn't realize it was Wade he had knocked off until I read the paper. If I had known that, I'd advised against him. Wade is a powerful man with friends in city council. There's no reason to piss him off.
Got it. So, what do you know about the guy who hired you for the job?
Not much. Carl said it was some bearded preacher.
Whoa, Isaac from the Church of the Holy Trinity?
Could be. I don't know who that is. It was a priest. I know that much.
Thanks, Bo. I'm gonna follow up on this right away.
That's it? You're not gonna ask me about what happened to your old man? Not even curious?
I couldn't give 2 shits about that asshole.
Bullshit. Don't expect anyone to believe you're that angry with someone you don't give 2 shits about.
Either he's dead or he abandoned me. Do any of those options look appealing to you?
They don't, but you should know that no one from the club had anything to do with it. I meant it when I said Brian was a good brother. He had no enemies here. Not then, and not now.
Comforting to hear, Mr. President.
Shut up and listen, girl. I'm trying to tell you something. Brian used to talk about heading to Mexico, about riding off into the sunset and getting away from all his newfound responsibilities. And I think part of him was serious. You deserve to know that there's a chance he's still out there somewhere.
Sure. Let's hope that bastard is living it up somewhere.
Just take care of yourself, you hear?
You too.
Let's go! New bike design! Let's see what it looks like. Let's see, what does it look like? Oh, let's go! Okay, I need to... Ooh, should I go to the church or the clinic? I think I'm gonna go to the clinic first. I like talking to Mr. Wade. For some odd reason. Maybe it's just because he's not a priest.
I had some more questions, Charles.
I'm listening.
I don't need to show him that.
Okay, never mind then.
Thanks, Charles.
You're
Alright, to the church I do go. Are you trying to say hello to the masses, Littlefoot?
Shit, they're closed. I'm gonna have to come back tomorrow.
Since when is the church closed?
Oh, it's you again. Come on in.
No Nathan today?
Nah, haven't seen Nate all day. Probably out in the woods.
Oh, that seems dangerous.
I had a few more questions, Sue.
Oh, that's one of Nate's shrines, isn't it?
I don't need to ask her about that. Did you know that somebody stole Lily's paintings from Wade?
Huh? I knew he got robbed a few years back, but I thought he still had them all.
I don't need to ask her about... Look what I found in the forest.
That Nate's handiwork? I keep telling him to stop littering the outside with those, but that boy got a short memory. Keep it if you want. Plenty more where that came from.
Okay.
Did you know that somebody stole Lily's paintings from Wade?
Huh?
Okay,
Sue, what do you see in this picture?
My God, that looks like one of Lily's paintings.
Wow, really? Can you describe it?
It was a nighttime scene, just like the photo, but the lights were floating above the lake. There was a pale hand reaching up from beneath the surface trying to touch them. The forest in the background was on fire, making the sky purple and red. There were probably other details too, but that's what I can remember.
Sounds captivating. Wish I could have seen it. Do you know anything about this flower?
Sure. Smoked it a few times back in the day, before it was endangered and all.
Yeah? What was it like?
Similar to pot, but stronger and more unpredictable. Never touched this stuff after I got pregnant with Lily.
All right. No reason to show her that. Do you know what this key opens?
Well, that's a bit of a weird question, ain't it? But no.
I need to figure out what this key opens.
No reason to show her that.
Okay, I think that's all here.
I think I'm gonna head off now.
Sure thing, little cat. Come back anytime.
Oh, I should have looked at Nate's paintings at Nate's shrines, huh? I'm gonna go back in and look at Nate's shrines.
Oh, it's you again.
must be Lily. She seems very happy. Is this how Nathan still sees himself? As a little boy?
Oh, here we go. Here's the other half of the painting.
Looks like Nathan knows the strange red man. I need to talk to him about this. That day went by fast. I think I'm gonna ask if I can stay the night at Grandma's.
Alright, time for a sleepover with Grandma. Hi, Littlefoot. Oh, I wish I could set up a kitty camp for you guys. I wish I could set up a little kitty camp for you guys.
Hello, sweetheart.
Hey, Grandma, it got kinda late. Would it be okay if I stayed the night?
Of course, dear. Have a seat. I'll make you something to eat.
Oh, you're the best. I'm starving.
That night, Kathy dreams.
Do you see? You are bound to her, and she to you. The separation is an open wound, a tear that can only be cauterized in agony. For our God is a consuming fire.
Okay, finished day 3. Oh, he was in the window. September 28th,
Lily's painting,
1995, Dave.
burning, and the kid from the cemetery. It's gotta mean something.
Okay, maybe Grandma knows something. I doubt Grandma knows anything about the Red Man, but still gonna talk to Grandma. Gonna ask everyone. Gonna ask
good
everyone
morning.
about everything. Oh,
Hi, Kathy.
What morning? Wow, this is quite the surprise.
You have such a lovely friend, dear. We've been chatting all morning.
Oh, I have no doubt. She's quite the talker, this one.
You sleep even longer here than you do back home.
Oh, gee, must be the blissful lack of distractions here, E. Can I talk to you for a sec outside? Alone?
Okie dokie, if your grandmother doesn't mind being left all by yourself for a while.
Sure. You go ahead, children. I'll be right here if you need me.
This is not cool. What are you doing here, Eileen?
Helping you, silly. Why else would I be here?
Clearly to torment me in one way or another. Was a single morning devoid of Eileen too much to ask? I'm frankly surprised that I'm allowed bathroom breaks by myself with you in the same building.
I was super bored. Besides, you never got back home last night. I wanted to make sure you were okay.
Well, as you can plainly see, I'm not a corpse.
You could be a very convincing zombie.
Very funny. You can go home now, E.
Fine. I won't tell you what I found in my research yesterday then.
Ugh, I hate you.
I'm so glad you asked. I looked up a few statistics for this county, looking for any anomalies. First off, there's a high number of missing persons reports in the area. That wouldn't be too unusual if, let's say, the county had a high crime rate. But it doesn't. Violent crimes are actually lower than in other comparable counties.
Huh. That's just outright creepy.
It gets even better. It turns out that this county has the highest number of clinically insane in the state. And guess what? Conwell Springs County is tiny. Per capita, the difference to the county in second place is humongous. Over 1,000%.
That makes some sense. I found out that this cocky person is Loctite at Ingstrom's.
Wow, we should go talk to him, right? He must have some answers.
That's the plan. I should probably fill you in on the rest I found. So, I'm gonna head over there today and confront Isaac about the paintings.
Don't you think it's a bit risky, Kathy? It could just backfire and piss him off.
Oh, I'm hoping it will. Nothing wrong with some good old provocation to make people show their true colors.
You never gave him the picture of the lights, right?
Nah, didn't want the guy to faint. He sounded pretty brainwashed about the Holy Trinity thing.
And none of the church people know who I am, right?
I guess not. So?
My point is that you grilled the priest good yesterday. You already tried it your way. I'm a fellow Christian. Maybe I could try something different, like make up a cute cover story and pretend to want to join their church. If he still won't trust me, I can show him my copy of the picture. Maybe it will make him open up.
I suppose it would give me enough time to drive back to the city and talk to Jimmy before it gets too late.
Yay! Oh, let's do it! I'm so excited. I can't wait to lie to people.
You know that's a sin, right?
Oh, I'm sure Jesus will make an exception this time. After all, he loves me.
I'm not gonna waste any time then. Let's catch up on the phone tonight.
Okie dokie. Talk to you later.
Goodness, I love this pixel art style. They did a really good job with it. Engstrom Psychiatric Hospital, 3:09 p.m.
Hello, Jimmy. I've been looking for you.
Oh, is it for real this time?
Yes, this is all very real.
So you're going to ask me about Joseph now?
How do you know that? Who told you?
You did. Every time you came here.
You're not making any sense, Jimmy. We've never met before.
I'm making perfect sense. Everyone says so. I'm the sharpest tool in the shed. All bets are off now, Missy. Better buckle up and enjoy the ride. Forget all the rules. No going from top to bottom. No checking off all the items on your list. Start by asking me about the young chronicler.
Lily Myers?
Was Lily Myers the chronicler?
The drowned girl, yes. She saw the loops, the endless possibilities. She found that the branches had all been severed. Nothing but inevitability remained, staring her right in the eye. In the end, she was pulled across the great threshold, just like I was. I was next.
Next for what?
You're not listening. I'm next.
What happened to you, Jimmy? Why are you in this place?
I'm not. I'm 6 feet under, looking up, watching reruns without a care in the world. You know, Joseph was a beacon. His passing sent ripples traveling in all directions, touching all of us with burning intensity. In my case, resulting in immobilizing guilt. After all, I sent him out there. It was all my fault.
What was? What did you ask him to do?
Be patient. We'll get there eventually. We need to follow the rules. Let's continue, ironically, with the men who break the rules.
So the Black Hats.
You mean the Black Hats? They're the men who break the rules?
Indeed. Your father broke every rule in the book, did he not?
That's a mild way of putting it.
I feel your pain, but you will be free of him soon enough. I've seen you atop a great pit, dropping the last remaining memento of him into the empty blackness below. Your mother, on the other hand, that's a story with a different ending.
You know Mom? How is she?
Why don't you see her yourself and find out?
It's complicated. The last time we met was ugly.
Looking away won't make it any less ugly, Kathy.
I know, just not yet.
Very well. Let's go see the man you reunited with his family.
The man in red? Is that who you're talking about?
Yes, indeed.
Who is he really?
The collector of souls. The one who beckons and prepares. Some call him a spirit guide. Others A devil dressed in red. You are doing so much better than the last time. Now, ask me about the first thing you can think of.
What happened to my grandfather in 81?
Oh, Joseph. Wrong place, wrong time, wrong friends, wrong life. An unstoppable force meeting an immovable object. There had to be course correction, Kathy. The house always wins.
What did you ask him to do?
I asked him to find the source and destroy it. For me, for Lily, for all of us.
The source of what?
Everything. The madness, the betrayals, the limitless suffering.
How would he do that?
I don't know. Joseph had a plan.
I found the message you left for Grandpa. You said, "It happened to you too." What did?
Meeting the lights, of course. Don't you have my picture from the night in the forest?
You mean this?
Oh, yes. They felt so warm, so comfortable, luring me in. But when they got close, I could feel my mind split in two. I found myself with one foot on either side of the line, the thin line between hell and here. It felt like breathing through my nose with my mouth underwater.
He did give me the
no wonder
picture
some
back,
sink
right?
beneath the surface, never to be heard from again.
Was that what happened to Joseph, Jimmy? Did he sink to the bottom?
I wish I knew. I'm just a man stuck with his ear up against the wall, picking up a word here and there. I am so tired, Kathy. I can feel the lights even now. Endless static in my head, like a TV tuned to a dead channel.
But what are they? Where do they come from?
The cradle of obscurity. The alpha to our omega. The distorted mirror.
Why are you constantly speaking in riddles?
Why do you assume I have a choice? We are nearing the end. Ask me about the misguided faithful.
Church of the Holy Trinity.
Is the Church of the Holy Trinity the misguided faithful?
They are, yes.
What makes you call them that?
Isn't it obvious? They believe the lights are divine. The lights are neither divine nor unholy. They are but a twisted reflection of us. The judge and the jury, our innermost child, our greatest fear. Everything we long for and desire. It's more than most of us can take. The cup runneth over.
How do I stop them?
You must go to their birthplace, their source. You must go to the cradle. It's the only way to save your friend.
What? Are you talking about Eileen?
Yes, she is being claimed. She's in great danger. You have to go back, Kathy. Nurse!
I need more than that, Jimmy.
Nurse, help!
Ooh, veteran bike design unlocked. Let's see what
I need to find Eileen.
Nah, I like the outlaw one better. Let's try the cemetery. I was gonna call it quits there, but now I feel like I have to find Eileen before I can call it quits for the night. But I'm so hungry. Dinner is ready, but I can't go get it yet.
A family mausoleum. Isaac's family must be pretty rich. Those things don't come cheap.
Okay, not there. I guess go back to the church. I just want to check here just to be safe. I thought maybe the nature reserve, but I guess the church or the lakeside cabin. Oh, maybe it's the lakeside cabin.
Looks like there's a small dock with a couple of boats.
Okay, never mind. Okay, to the church. Let's go church. Oh, this is spooky.
It's an altar. You know, the place where they put the sacrifice. William T. Price. So that's Father Bill. Looks more like a businessman than a cult leader. Nothing unusual, just a schedule of typical church events. Isaac's desk. There might be something useful inside. Found a large old key in here.
Hey! What are you doing in here?
Oh no.
Cut the bullcrap! Where is she? Where's Eileen?
What in the Lord's name are you talking about?
Red-haired girl, I know she came here to see you. Tell me where she is, or I'm calling the cops.
I don't think that's quite necessary.
Breaking and entering, are we?
Oh, shit. It's not what it looks like.
Oh, really? Is it some kind of optical illusion?
If you just listen for a second, I can explain.
You can explain all you want through the bars of a cell. Hands behind your back, now!
Oh no, did I fuck it up? Did I go through the wrong door? Should I have gone through the other door?
Better hope that Father Price doesn't press charges.
I want my phone call.
Can't hear you in there.
You are such a fucking prick.
Enjoy your little vacation. I know I will.
Well, this blows. And I smell like goober. Fan-fucking-tastic. I need to get out of here. Who knows what that freak is doing to Eileen right now? Locked tight. Where's the trust? Looks like the mop is within reach. Maybe I can make some use of it. Okay, now what? I'm having a hard time following that logic. Okay, now what? That's kind of an arbitrary thing to do. Okay, now what? Worth a shot. Oops. These paper clips might be useful. Locked tight.
Right. Paper clips.
Not a bad idea, but they can't be used for that in their current form. 2 large paper clips, nice and thick. These are probably robust enough to make a lockpick out of them. Okay, let's see if I still got it. Not perfect, but they should get the job done.
Okay, makeshift lockpicks. Oh.
I'm so good. If I ever need to find evidence, I'll know where to look. They look sturdy enough. Wouldn't be able to break them open without taking my time and making a lot of noise.
Stuff is in there, though.
An axe, a sledgehammer, and some other heavy tools. Brilliant idea to leave those... An axe, brilliant... A big red gas can. I don't need any other police report. Locked. What a shocker. If I ever need to find evidence, I'll know they look sturdy enough. A sturdy desk. There's some room under it where a person could hide. I'm not leaving without my things.
How do I get my
I
things?
saw Lenny put them in that big locker over there.
Oh, do I have to use the makeshift on the... Okay. I guess it works on the big locker, too. Oh, okay. Didn't have to play the minigame this time.
Okay, got all my things back. The key I found in the church, too. Oh, wait. What's this? Something is written on the back side of the photo of the lights. Jimmy must have done it when I wasn't looking. Let's see. Your metal box, Joseph. I'm so sorry. I forgot where I hid it. Weren't we in a different troop before we were men? Or are these memories not mine? Poor Jimmy. Between the ramblings, it sounds like Grandpa gave him something to hide. I'll have to look into that, but first things first. Getting the hell out of here. I need to do something about Lenny. A sturdy desk. There's some room under it where a person... Rest in peace, board. Oh, I must have missed this before. The public phone number to this police station is on a sticker here.
Conwell Springs Police Department. How can I help you?
I'd like to report a crime.
Certainly, ma'am. Is this an emergency?
Yes, I need immediate help.
One moment. Let me connect you to the emergency dispatch.
Crap. That's not what I wanted.
This is the Conwell...
I'd like to
Certainly, ma'am.
No, it's not urgent.
Understood. Please come to the station and we'll fill out all the necessary paperwork.
Can't you come here and take my statement instead?
I'm sorry, but we have to prioritize more urgent matters at this time. Is there a particular reason you're unable to come here in person?
I, can't think of one.
Okay then, ma'am. Is there anything else I can assist you with?
Guess what, Lenny? I escaped.
What? Is that you, Kathy?
In the flesh. You guys really suck at your jobs, you know that?
How is this even possible? Where are you?
Halfway to Canada by now. You better get a move on if you're gonna catch up with me.
This has got to be some kind of trick.
Go check the jail if you don't believe me. Bye now.
Okay, and
Okay,
then
I gotta
under the
figure out
desk.
some way to trick him. Fast.
Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. Okay, you've had your fun. Back in the cell, please.
Oh, come on, Lenny. You know this is bullshit. The door to the church was open. I just walked in looking for my missing friend.
I don't make the rules, Kathy. Get back in your cell, or I'll have to use force.
Ah! So I have to do this all over again? Okay.
Okay, got all my things back. The key I found in the church, too.
Okay, never mind. So I don't have to do everything. Okay, what are my other options? Okay. Alright, if this doesn't work, I'm gonna have to call it a night here. Because it's getting late. I need to
Guess
eat
what,
dinner
Lenny?
and get ready for bed.
I escaped. On my way to find my kidnapped friend, since you guys are totally useless.
This has got to be some kind of trick.
Go check the jail if you don't believe me.
Okay, let's see.
I gotta figure out some way to trick him. Fast. A big red... An axe. Really?
Hide and locker?
Shit. It doesn't open from...
That's not gonna work, is it?
Oh shit, oh shit. Oh. Come on out.
Oh, okay. I know what I need to do now.
Okay.
I have to leave the door ajar.
Okay.
I have to leave the door ajar and then open the... and then hide under the desk, I guess. So why else would they make it so that you can hide under the desk? Little Fizz giving me weird expressions.
Guess in... Now what?
This has got to be...
Go check...
Okay, he doesn't say anything different depending on what you say. That's a little
I
frustrating.
gotta figure...
Okay, go to the big locker. Leave locker door ajar. And then hide under the desk. Let's try that.
Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. Come on out. I know you're hiding in there. What the heck?
Sorry, Lenny, you're not giving me any choice. I'm going to find my friend.
Anyone out there? Help me! Please! Open up, please! Somebody let me out of here!
Aw, poor Lenny.
What are you wearing? Oh, it's all. Well, I happen to know a fella who likes letting...
Ew.
Yeah. Now that's a very good girl.
Good thing the bike was still where I left it.
Can I save when I'm in this screen? I can't save when I'm in this screen. Oops, helps if I can type. Alrighty, I think that that's a good place to stop. Oh! Hey, thanks for the follow, Father Dead Man. It's okay, it happens. Welcome to the club, I guess. I'm so glad to hear that. I'm really enjoying playing this game. Sorry if you hear my cat. She's very cute, but she is saying it's dinner time. I have the VODs of the first 2 play sessions should be up on my Twitch still. If they're not, I do have a YouTube channel that I upload all my VODs to. I'm glad. my friends, when I talked to them about it, I was just like, I'd like to start streaming, but you know, my cat gets picked up by my mic sometimes. They're like, oh, people are gonna love the cat meows. I just wish that I could set up a cat cam, but I'm not in a position right now where I can do that. But yeah, the VODs for my first 2 sessions of this game should be on my channel. If they're not, I do have a YouTube channel called Goatihilator Games that I upload all my VODs to. Typically, I try to get them uploaded within a day or 2, but sometimes they're a week or so delayed, just depending on my time. I need to get better about posting to my gaming Instagram. My Instagram and my YouTube should both be... thank you, I will. And yeah, my Instagram and YouTube should both be linked in my profile here on Twitch. And I will hopefully see you guys next Tuesday. Maybe earlier if I can find some time to stream, because I really want to get through this game. And then maybe do Kathy Rain 2 or something else. I like to play a variety of games. So we'll see. But I hope everyone has a good night, has a good week, if I don't see you before next Tuesday. And yeah, goodbye.